And good Saturday morning to everybody out there.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How you doing?
How you doing, partner?
I was doing all right. I was just looking at that the intro, and I was like episode 72. I was like, man, has people actually been watching us for 72 episodes? Wow!
Shh, don't tell
Don't tell anybody.
them. Oh man, you have a good week, did you?
Yeah, it actually went pretty quick. Work wasn't too bad. It was a little bit cooler than it has been, so that was a blessing. And
Yes.
so yeah, it wasn't too bad at all. Just busy. How about you?
Yeah, the same. Always things to do. The honeydew list never disappears, and between that and doctor's appointments as usual, so keeps us busy up here, I should say.
Yeah.
So, but we look forward to these 2.5 hours right here.
Oh yeah. 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 Like I
So,
say, I'll already let Rod know, but I got to do like a quick cutoff here about 11 o'clock because I got two music shows today, and the first one's at 2 o'clock, so I'm gonna have to grab a shower and load my stuff and play one from 2 to 4, and then later on go to another location, probably 45 minutes away, and then it's like 8:30 to 12. So I'll probably be getting home about 1:30 or 2:30 tomorrow morning. So,
oh
but
yeah,
if I didn't love it, I wouldn't do it. So
oh,
not really complaining.
I know,
Yeah,
I know you love it. So, well, what do you say we wake up the peanut gallery and bring them in?
hit that alarm clock.
All right, here we go. And good morning to all you peanuts in the peanut gallery. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate you guys being here as always.
You love it to see the crowd, the peanuts in there first thing in the morning, and we're starting right off as usual with a great comic book memory story right here by Anthony Purdue. And Anthony says, "Good morning, peanut peers. Grandma bought me a Jules Pfeiffer, The Great Comic Book Heroes, a wonderful book. In between Pfeiffer's entertaining introduction and his bittersweet afterward is a reprint.
A collection of Golden Age goodness: Superman, Batman, Captain Marvel, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Namor, The Human Torch, Green Lantern, Hawkman, Spectre, Captain America, Plastic Man.
And the spirit, who was new to me at the time and still to this day is still my favorite spirit story. It was 1972. Mom and me were visiting my grandparents, and I had taken along.
The publishing house catalog Mom always got in the mail. It always had at least 2 or 3 pages devoted to books about comic strips and comic books. Mom asked me if there were any good new books.
I couldn't stop talking about Pfeiffer's book. I got it delivered as a gift. Mom told me that grandma had seen how much I wanted it, so she bought it for me. I knew that meant I knew what that meant, and
How much it meant. My grandparents didn't have a lot of money to spend. Mom offered to buy it for me on Grandma's behalf, but Grandma insisted Mom use the money she gave her.
to buy it for me. Believe me, I never stopped thanking grandma for buying that wonderful book. Every time I read it, I would read the entire book. That's how much I enjoyed it, and still do.
I understand now that the current paperback edition doesn't have the reprint material. You would have to get the hardbound 1965 reissued and 1972 edition. As Brother Shannon would say, it was, I know what's coming here.
Well loved. So well loved that the dust jacket surrendered its existence. Yes, my friend's grandma bought me Jules Pfeiffer's The Great Comic Book Heroes, a wonderful book. And that was a wonderful memory.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. That just gets you right in the feels right there. That's a great story.
It does, it does, it does. Man, I mean, how many I'm sure everybody in the peanut gallery watching and everything, we've all got those stories, man, of how comics, have touched us in our life, through, family, friends,
Oh yeah,
just finding them on your own. So,
yeah. That just reminded me of talking about grandparents. My grandmother, my mom. That's what we call them down here. Uh, I know when I graduated high school, or I was getting ready to graduate high school, she actually bought my class ring. So I had my ring, had my class ring, and had my birthstone was an emerald, so it was an emerald on top. Not a real one, but the color, and then it had my name on one side, and I was big into art and comics, so I had art printed on the other. And my grandmother, my mom, she got that for me, so I will never forget that.
awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. Oh, all right. Well, who else we got in here? Thank you so much, Anthony.
Great
Greatly
story.
appreciate that comic story, memory. That's what we're about, man. That's what we're about. Thank you so much. And we've got Easy Comic Reader in the house today.
Hey, ECR, great to
He
see you.
says, he says, "Good morning, everyone." He says, to the tune of Viva Las Vegas by Elvis Presley. All right, partner, you ready?
Okay, I'm gonna just preface this, because last 2 nights I've been working up the bass line, so I don't know how good my vocals are going to be. So Rod is going to have to carry the lion's share of the vocal stuff. So we'll see how it goes. And a one, and a two, and 1, 2, 3.
Beautiful comics gonna set my
So
soul, gonna
gonna
set
set
my
my
soul
soul on
on
fire.
fire.
Peanuts, Rod, and got knowledge. You gotta run some let those books up higher. There's a million long boxes waiting out there. Wife
My
and
wife don't
mine,
like
I
it. I
don't care.
really don't care.
I'm just a
I'm
junkie
just
with
a
no one to
world
spare. So
there. So
viva
viva,
comic memory,
comic book memory. Viva,
viva comic memory,
comic book memory.
viva comic memory.
I'm sorry,
Uh,
I started way too early.
it's all right. Remember, everybody, tip your waitresses, tip the band. You know.
Oh, that's awesome, awesome, awesome. Easy comic reader, easy. Thank you so much. That's a classic right there. They're all
Yeah, it is. We're going to have to
that,
save that. Maybe just like do a good version of that and put it on the show or something.
yeah, that
And
was
hopefully,
that
hopefully
was
we won't
great.
get a copyright strike or something.
Oh man, that was too cool, man. I love it. Thank you so much, Easy Comic Reader,
That was
once
awesome.
again for your musical style. Man, that was awesome. Thank you so much.
To me, that's my favorite. I love them all, but that's like my favorite one yet.
Yeah, that's a great one. I love that. I
And
love
and
that.
thank you, Mike, for giving me a heads up a couple of days ahead of time so I could go ahead and try to work up the bass parts on that. So that was fun. Yeah.
I love that part about 1,000 long boxes waiting out there. My wife don't like it. I really don't care. That's awesome
Good
stuff.
stuff.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much. Oh, all right. Let's check out who else is in the peanut gallery this morning. We got I Am One of Us. Great to have you with us.
Hey, glad to have you, buddy.
He says, hello, good morning to everyone, and a good morning to you, sir.
Absolutely. And Maranya's in the house, Lady
All
M.
right.
Welcome, Maranya. It's a wonderful story, Anthony. It's great to see how a cartoonist like Pfeiffer saw the comic book heroes we know and love. Yeah, that was a great book. I've read it. I
Yeah.
don't have it anymore, but I like to have another copy sometime or other.
I don't know if I ever had a copy of it or not. The title sounds familiar, but I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
picture the book.
It
So,
was pretty famous, like in comic circles anyway.
yeah. And Maranya also says, wonderful rendition as always, ECR. I can hear Elvis singing that song.
Yeah, it was awesome. And Ron says, "Good morning to I Am One of Us."
And she also says, my memory of a gift like that is when I was a kid. I loved Topo Gigio from the Ed Sullivan Show. I mean, to me, that was the best part of that show. My mom remembered that, and
when we went to North Carolina that summer, she gave me a stuffed mouse that kind of looked like Topo Gigio, except the mouse was red and filled with sawdust. Money was tight, so this was a treat for me.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that. Yeah.
She says, I remember the sawdust because that mouse got very well loved and developed a hole in it. I knew how to sew a little, so he got fixed.
That little off-brand mouse was the first merchandise I was ever given. That's
Oh,
awesome.
cool. Great memory, Maranya. Thank you so much for sharing that. She says, thank you for listening to my story. Now back to your regularly scheduled CBM programming already in progress. Thank you so much, Maranya. It's always a
Yeah,
pleasure.
that was great.
Oh, she gets to run herd on the peanut gallery, keep everybody in line.
And I'm what's the monitor. Maranya says, hi, good morning from I Am One of Us. I'll get it out in a minute.
Fireball Comics is with us once again.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us. He says, well, I didn't sleep in this morning. I have yet to discover if that's a good thing or not.
Well, that's up in the air if you're watching us. So no
That's it.
promises.
Jump ball right there.
And Ron says, good morning, Fireball. Hopefully it's a good thing. We hope so too.
And Mr. Beckerman is with us. Hey, Beckerman.
How's it going, buddy?
He says, good morning to everyone. And a good morning to you, sir.
And I'm One of Us is doing good.
And Maranya says, good morning, Beckerman. How are you and Cat Murdoch doing? Well, that reminds me, I was planning on debuting the Legion of Peanut Pets. I did not get it finished last night. I tried. I tried to get it done, but it's a little more work to manipulate the images than I was planning on.
There's
Especially
only so much work that this man can do.
Oh man, but it will be here next week. I promise you guys, it will be here next week.
And we got Werewolf by Lunchtime. Welcome, sir. And he says, at that time of the week when we take off our pants, shake them in the air, and enjoy the exploits of Rod and Shannon. Wow, he really put that image in my head right then.
Oh, he says, at least that's what I do. Oh, there you go. Hey.
Said, I'm good at work getting ready for an audit, and Mr. Murdoch was sleeping in the window when I left.
Awesome. Missing Mars is with us once again. Double M.
Hey, Double M. Good morning, sir.
He says, gentlemen, good morning, and a good morning to you. Great to have you with us once again. Thank you for spending your Saturday with us.
And Marion says, oh, my werewolf, is that where Rico gets his need to indulge in shenanigans from?
Marion also says, good morning, Double M. How are you and Ludwig faring this morning? There we go.
Inquiring minds want to know. Missing Mars, Shannon, you're a gigging animal. 2 gigs this weekend for myself as well. Hey, awesome. Yeah, I know we had some musicians in here.
There you go. Michael Taylor is with us again.
Michael, good morning, sir.
Great to have you with us, Michael. He says, good morning, Rod and Shannon, and good morning to you, sir.
And Werewolf by Lunchtime says, Rico is a booty shaker, Ron. You just ask the lady cats in the neighborhood. I just got an image of Aristocats just then.
Oh, he also says, he just snuggled up to me. Oh,
that's the good stuff. Yeah. And Ron says, just watch out for the paternity suits from those lady cats' pet parents.
There you go. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, he's been chopped, Maranya. There you
go. And Ron says, oh, good. No more trouble nuggets for Rico.
Trouble nuggets. Jeez. Oh, my gosh. Missing Mars says, hey, Maranya, good morning. We're both doing well. Thank you for asking, he says.
Awesome. And the Jackson Roykirk is in the house. Welcome, Jackson.
Hey, Jackson, how you doing?
Yeah, he says, good morning, folks. Good morning to you, sir.
Yes, thank you so much for hanging out with us this Saturday morning. Appreciate it. Werewolf by Lunchtime says he's literally snuggled next to me and begging pets. That's what they do.
Werewolf by Lunchtime, Jackson.
And Michael Taylor says, I'm guessing you have that ring, the one you were talking about.
Unfortunately, I do not. Long, sad story, but the thought of that and my mom getting that for me is still there. So that's the main thing.
Can never lose that memory. And Jackson Roykirk, he's given the reply back to Werewolf, Hobbs!
And Tempest from Mars is in the house. Welcome, sir. He's saying afternoon all.
Hey, Tempest, how you doing this morning? Or this afternoon would be the case, right?
This afternoon, yeah.
And Ranger Sly, our neighbor to the north, is with us once again.
Ranger.
How's it going up there in Canada? Great to have you with us. What's that?
I was just asking him, how's it going up there in Canada?
Yeah. Great to have you with us once again, sir. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday morning. He says, good morning, Rod and Shannon, nuts and peanuts.
Yeah. Morning
and a good morning to you, Ranger.
And quite enough, Sayer QNS is in the house. Welcome, sir.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Good morning, Rod, Shannon, peanuts. And you, the same, sir.
Yes, good morning to you. And Maranya says, good morning, Michael, TFM, QNS, and Jackson.
And Werewolf by Lunchtime says, Rico was snuggled next to me, not Jackson, just to avoid any confusion.
Oh, and whoops. Hold on a second. This new mouse, for some reason, the thing goes up and then it drops back down.
Okay. There's a moose loose in the house.
Hey, we got Higgy Comic. Higgy Pop. And see, now it just went way down. There we go. Great to have you with us, Higgy. How you doing?
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
He says, hello, Peanut Gallery. And you know what we haven't done in a while? And I'm going to do it. And that's, we haven't run one of his ads, Oh,
we have to thank our sponsors, don't we?
That's right. We got to pay the bills here. So here we go. This mouse is about ready to go flying. It just gets me every time, that whole thing.
That's hilarious.
Oh, Higgy also says, great singing and bass jamming, guys. Well, thank you so much.
We did our best on short notice. Thank you, sir.
He did most of the work. All I did was screw up the timing on it. But thank you so much for hanging out with us, Higgy. Great to have you here,
everybody. And Ron says, Higgy Pop, how are you and Hot Dog doing today?
I Am One of Us says, great song, guys. Love your bass playing, Shannon.
You're too kind, sir. Thank you.
Easy Comic Rita says, oh, yeah, baby. Great job, guys. Loved it.
Hey, that's all you, ECR, man. I was like, okay, he has crammed a lot of verbiage in this song. I said, but that's pretty much the way the song is. There's a lot of lyrics in it. It's real fast paced. So it was fun working that one up.
Oh, it was. It was. We were talking about it before we went on, and we were looking forward to it. It was a great, great job. Thank you so much again, Easy, for that. Appreciate it, my friend.
Yeah. And Jackson Norcrook says, "Wow, amazing! That music woke up my neighbors down the street." Yeah, I just had a couple people being on my door, so I know what you're talking about, Jackson.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Eric K is with us. Hey.
Yeah. Hello, Eric. We were just talking about you earlier before the show.
Yes, sir. Hello, friends, he says. Happy Saturday, and a happy Saturday to you, sir.
Absolutely.
Great to have you with us once again. Hope your Saturday's going well. Michael Taylor says, bravo, bravo, Shannon.
Just doing what I do. And Maranya says, "Happy Saturday, Eric."
And Michael Taylor says, hello to everyone.
And Higgy Pop says, "Viva comic book memories." Yeah, that might have to be the official theme song, like we were talking about.
I like that. I agree with that. I think that's the way to go. At some point, we'll have to lay down that track.
Yeah.
White Enough Sayer says, hey, Shannon, if you were Kenny Rogers' bassist, people would think that you're his younger, better looking brother.
I don't know about
There
that, but
you
I'll
go.
take it. I'll take that. I
Yeah,
appreciate that. UNS.
absolutely. Tempest for Mars, he says, what a way to kick off the show. There you go.
And Higgy Pop says, "Hot dog is great, Mariah. Thanks for asking."
White Enough Sayer says, old Kenny's facelift didn't work out so good.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that, man. I mean, he already had the good look. I don't know why he had to have a facelift. I mean, he was going great early on. It just kind of gave him, that I guess what the ladies would say, a silver fox look. So, he shouldn't have ever done that, in my opinion.
I thought he was aging well. He just didn't look the same after.
Yeah, just I guess sometimes when people get money, I have to do that, So
Yeah. Hey, Steven Sparkle's with us.
hey, glad to have you.
He's giving us the alien sign and of live long and prosper. Great to have you with us once again. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday with us.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
Michael Taylor says, "Great job, Rod Shannon, and stringing that guitar." Yeah, it was on short notice, so we did what we could.
You did great. It was, like I said, it was my timing that screwed the thing up. Miranda says, hey there, Steve. She's giving you the symbol.
And Steven Spock says, "Giving it back to Maranya."
Splash Page Comics is with us. Hey, Splash Page.
Welcome. Glad to have you.
Great to have you with us once again. Thank you so much. Says, hello, YouTubians. We are here once again.
And World says, "I would chat more, but I'm still shaking my pants."
Oh, man, oh, man.
uh,
Miranda says, hello to you, SPC.
and Michael tells us, "I was looking at great comic book heroes on eBay. I'd like to get it one day." Yeah, I used to have a copy, but I do not know what happened to it. So
I'll have to hunt one down, at least see if it's one I remember having. If it's one I would remember having, I will probably want it once again in the collection. Cheap comic collector Rob is with us.
welcome, Rob.
Great to have you with us once again, Rob. He says, good morning to everyone and a good Saturday morning to you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Getting
Good morning,
ready.
Rob.
He'll be getting ready for his claim sale today at about 12:30, 12:45, somewhere in there. As soon as we scramble out of the studio. So great to have you with us, Rob. And boy, if you want to get some good deals on comics, man, and that's no lie. I'm not just saying that because he's here. Man, you get some really good comics on that. I got, like I showed you before, I haven't even gone through it yet. This was the last box that he sent me from the claim sale, and there's a ton of great stuff in it, man. $2 a book and
Yeah,
free shipping.
Yeah, I've got to watch most of the shows. Haven't really got to, grab any comics or anything, but he has some great stuff on there. I just I'm looking for the time to watch a lot of people's videos. It's just
I
hard.
hear you. I hear you. And the other thing is, if you get a chance, go check, and you haven't seen it, go check out his birthday video. He did a birthday bash. That was so much fun.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, that was fun. Great stuff. A lot of great videos he put into the show. A lot of fun. Check it out. Thanks for being with us, Rob. Appreciate it, my friend.
And Maranya says, "Good morning, you Triple C."
V. Jackson Roy Kirk says, Triple C.
And Maranya says, "Ranger Sly, you snuck in. Howdy to you."
Oh, this thing. I really hate this mouse. All right, where was I? Okay, right here. Steven Spock say Triple C. Good morning, and giving you the symbol.
And Ranger Sly says, "Howdy, Maranya."
He also says howdy to Rob.
And Ranger says, "Am I the only one who has, as soon as I spot Higgy in a chat, I hear the bell in my head?" That is absolutely true.
Yep, without a doubt. It's synonymous with that ringing bell. Hey, we got Lead Paint with us once again.
Good morning, Greg. Glad to have you, buddy.
Hey, how you doing, Greg? Thank you so much for hanging out with us once again. He says, hey, y'all. Hey. Great to have you with us.
And Higgy saying, "Hey to Ranger," and howdy to Lead.
And Maranya says, not just you, Ranger. Good morning to you. Not just you, Ranger. Good morning to you, Lead Paint.
Yep. And Lead Paint's giving the fist bump.
And Ranger Sly says, howdy, Lead Paint.
And Missy Moore says, "Hit that thumbs up, peeps."
Thank you so much, Double M. Appreciate it. And Maranya's right there, right on the nose, 10:30 on the nose with the pause line. So we're gonna show some comics. Now, I know we had talked before. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to
Yeah,
go
go
first?
ahead. You didn't get to show yours second round last week, so it's all you, man.
All right. Well, we'll do that. I'll try and make it quick so we can try and sneak us both in before you go. So, let's see. What am I doing here? How about we do that? Hey, look at that. It works. Okay. All right. All right. What do I got to show? I'll show some mixed up DC books that I have here that I've come across that I found that in a box here that I've got to file away. So this is going to be a mishmash of DC, and then later on for my next round, I've got some Marvel. Going to show some Submariner, a series that I really enjoy. So here we go. We got Supergirl #8.
There we go.
Boy, it is bright lights on these. So I apologize. I don't know why my camera is so bright.
Yeah,
So
like we were talking. That was my first Supergirl, albeit coverless. Then I upgraded just a little while back. Yeah, love that book.
There you go. And we got Superman Family #171.
Yeah, there we go. Square bound goodness.
Yeah, giant baby. And we got Our Fighting Forces featuring the Losers #158.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
Like a Kirby cover there.
That is. That's part of his run. Yep.
Yeah. So, and we got sticking with the war theme. We got GI War #4. GI War Tales #4.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, well, there's a lot of those 20 centers that ran like for 4 issues or 3 issues. Those were mostly reprints, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, because there's like GI War Tales and Johnny Thunder and Doom Patrol and just a bunch of stuff like that where they wanted to like reintroduce the characters, I guess.
Yeah, before they were getting ready to do it again or whatnot. We got Prez, the first teenage president, Vampire in the White House, #4. That's actually what it says, Vampire in the White House.
You got to appreciate the goofiness of that title.
Yeah. And what it did this? They only went 4 issues, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then he appeared. I think he appeared in a more modern storyline for something for at least one book or something
Yeah,
like
and
that.
he was in an issue of that Supergirl series too. I think it was like issue
There you
10
go.
or something like that. Yeah.
Here we go with Sergeant Rock, number 333.
There we go. Cubert.
Yeah. And then we shift from war over to one of our favorites, JSA. We got All Star Comics number 60.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about that run.
I know it was so good to see all those characters again. 61. This is from the bicentennial year. This is All Star Comics number 61 because it's got the banner up there.
Oh yeah. Got that Ernie Chan cover. Got Wally Wood doing the art.
3 more, and I can get my belt buckle.
Awesome. You know, I've looked online, like on eBay and stuff, see if anybody actually had the belt buckle. I have not found anyone yet.
Yeah, I wonder. Somewhere along the line, there's got to be somebody that's got
Right.
someone. They got to. All right, here we go with the House of Secrets, number 141.
Oh yeah, that's a cool cover.
And then we got Superpowers. This is number 3 of a 5-part miniseries with another Jack Kirby cover.
Oh yeah.
And then a good sci-fi series here with some reprints. We got 52 big pages. This is from Beyond the Unknown, number 17.
Oh,
I am
favorite.
not a crook.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a reprint, and now wasn't the original, wasn't it a different president? Is either Mystery in Space or Strange Adventures. I think they reprinted it from. I kept thinking it was a different president, and they just up.
Because Nixon wasn't around until what? He was around in the 60. Was it 60? Yeah. I don't know in the 50s if he was politically active trying to be president.
Yeah.
So I don't know, could be maybe. And we got Tales of the Unexpected, number 98.
Oh yeah. There we go.
And go checks. Woo.
Like half man, half giant robot, or what is that?
Weird passenger in cabin 13. Oh, what was this? Yeah, I was half man, half machine. I was Deathlock before there was Deathlock.
Or Terminator, or the
There, there you
$6 million.
go. Yeah, Terminator.
Yeah.
Here we go with Tales of the Unexpected, number 80, which features Queen of the Catmen with a Space Ranger story.
There we go.
Space Ranger always finding himself in trouble.
Always.
And speaking of Space Ranger, he's also in this one. This is number 72 of Tales of the Unexpected. Space Ranger's last voyage.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
I wonder what the if there's like any modern appearances of him. The last one I remember him being in was like Showcase 100 when they had like all the guest stars in it.
Yeah, he wasn't in that Forgotten Heroes storyline in Action Comics either, was he? I don't
I'm
think
not
he
sure.
was.
I think so, but you know, I
Yeah, I
could.
don't.
Yeah.
It could be you could be right with the showcase appearance. That might be his last one. Um, Space Ranger also appears in this one. This is number 55 of Tales of the Unexpected.
Oh wow, nice. The
So I'm
ghost
trying to
creature.
get all the
Oh
Space
yeah,
Ranger appearances.
cool.
Never will, but hey, it's a lofty goal. Here we go with some Weird War Tales, number 67.
Oh yeah. Now see that one. I really it holds a special place because one thing, it's part of the DC explosion. Got a Kubert cover, and there was like a Mike Grell. There's a story Mike Grell does in there that was actually printed in one of the Amazing World of DC Comics fanzines. Number
The
12.
Alien Among Us.
Yeah, Alien Among Us.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
there's
actually
actually
printed in black and white in Amazing World of DC Comics years before that book came out. Yeah,
there's even a Howard Chaykin
yeah,
story in there as well.
yeah. That's
So,
a lot of reasons to buy that book.
and we go to number 93 of Weird War Tales.
Is that the first Creature Commandos?
I don't know.
Or is that 92? I can't remember.
Well, it says in the little cover blurb, it says introducing World War II's weirdest warriors, the Creature Commandos. But I
Yeah,
didn't think that didn't look like the cover. I thought it was a more of a white cover
I don't know.
for the. I don't know. Now I'm curious.
You might want to put that in Mylar and stick it away somewhere because you know that animated
Oh,
series.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that book is went stupid. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we got the Creature Commandos once again in 114 with
Uh,
some guy on there with a funny mustache.
what was his name?
Uh, Himmler or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Schmidlep or something. I can't remember.
Schmidlip.
Schmidlock.
Oh, we got 123 of Weird War Tales.
You always got to have a cyborg gorilla on there.
Of course. And then let's see, I got a few more here, and then we'll move right along. We got Action Comics number 386.
Oh, I love that storyline. Yeah, yeah.
And From Beyond the Unknown, number 18.
Kaluta. Yeah, that was one of my. That's still one of my favorite titles. I probably got like 2 or 3 copies of each one now.
I find that hard to believe.
I know. It just makes you scratch your head. Even thinking that I would say that.
And we got, well, if you think that's bad, wait till if you get a chance to see the Submariner group that I got here. I'm right there with you.
I got you.
And I don't know why. We got Shade the Changing Man, number 7.
Yeah,
I like that cover.
yeah. That was a cool little series.
Yeah, it didn't last too long. It lasted only 6 or 7
Is
issues,
8
didn't it?
issues, I think. Yeah.
8?
Yeah, I think I might have them all, but I need to upgrade like 3 or 4 of them because I've got a lot of loved to death issues.
Wow. And we got Justice League of America, number 92, with a nice Solomon Grundy cover. And
Oh
look,
yeah,
we got JSA.
yeah. I like that they had like the corresponding doppelganger for each team, and I
Yeah.
love seeing Robin. I was like, "Where's Batman? You got to throw Batman in there."
Yep. Awesome stuff. And World's Finest, number 192 in the soup line.
Yeah, shaking it off over here, boss.
That's it. And The Origin of Ragman, number 3 of an 8-issue miniseries.
Yeah, see that? Now I've got like half of those, and I told you I got that Ragman figure coming next week.
Yeah.
But I'm missing a few issues of that one, and that's one of them. So I need to pick that one up because I really love that character.
Oh, and I just saw they did another release of what was the figure? They had Huntress
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Farland's doing and Tomar-Ray.
yeah. They had the Green Lantern figure, had the Tomar Ray, but you also had the Abin Sur face you could put on it.
Right.
Green Lantern Corps and the one of the Dark Knight Returns Batman figures. Yeah,
Yep. And I'm like, I was looking at it last night. I didn't pull the trigger on it, but I'm close. I may
yeah,
pull the trigger on it today.
yeah. I'm
So,
with you.
all right, there we go. So let's see this thing. Where's the line? There we go. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right, there we go. Thank you so much, Maranya. Appreciate it. To get us both back together in here. Oh, I got books falling over here at my feet. Just stay put, please. Thank you. All righty. And we got Michael Taylor saying, very cool, GI War #4. Thank you, Michael. It was a pretty cool cover. I like that those up close covers like that.
Yep.
And the Gray Man from across the pond is with us.
Hey, Gray Man.
How you doing, Gray Man?
Glad to
How's
see you.
you and Lady Lisa? You knocking them out still with those great comic ads that you're doing on those
Yeah.
shorts? Love them, love them, love them. Keep them coming. Well, by lunchtime says, hey, Mr. Gray. Gray Man says, I just made a video with Higgy's mate, Nostradamus, in it. Oh, man. Oh, well, everybody got to go check that out. Check it out today. And don't forget that 2 o'clock, Gray Man's got cover slingers going.
Yep.
So definitely check that out. It's a lot of fun to watch and listen to their banter, the way they go at each other sometimes. A lot of fun. 2 o'clock on the Gray Man channel. Michael Taylor says, very cool, All-Star 51. Thank you, Michael. Crazy Hungarian is with us once again.
Hey, and he just got his own YouTube channel now. Just put up a video. You need to go check it out. Very, very cool. Go check out the Crazy Hungarian's YouTube channel. Great stuff.
Absolutely. Check it out. Great to have you with us once again, Crazy Hungarian. Thank you so much. Eric K says, Rod, starting out strong with some DC goodness. There we go. We got some DC goodness, and then we'll follow it up with some Marvel madness later on. Higgy Pop Comics says, love that Space Ranger, Rod. Thanks, Higgy. I knew you would like that. He also says, no, he didn't appear in Forgotten Heroes. Yeah, I didn't think he did.
Yeah, I knew Higgy would know.
Yeah. Mike Taylor says, very cool tales of the unexpected. Yeah, I'm trying to get all those Space Ranger appearances, so we'll see how that goes. Higgy Pop also says he appeared in Superman Space Age with Space Cubbies, I think.
Was that one of those Mike Allred things where Mike Allred did the art? Or am I thinking of something else?
I'm not sure.
I don't know what I'm thinking of. I'm old.
And the Gray Man says Space Ranger is all well and fine, but does it have a Green Glob story in it? I think one of them did. I think one of them did have a Green Glob story in it. I'm not sure. Maranya says, good morning to Gray Man and Lady Lisa, along with the Hungarian. Gray Man says, hi, Maranya. Crazy Hungarian says, good morning to Maranya. Ranger Sly says, love the old DC sci-fi, like From Beyond the Unknown and the Unexpected. I'm right there with you. And I know my brother here is right there with you too, because I know he loves them just as much.
Oh yeah.
Gray Man says Adolf Schinkelgruber.
9.
Oh, Ranger Sly says, isn't the guy with the mustache Charlie Chaplin?
Cousin twice removed.
Yeah, it could be. Eric K says, Shannon beat me to it regarding the JLA that featured the same heroes from each Earth. A great two-parter. Wasn't that the first meeting of the Earth 1 and Earth 2 Robins?
It was, as far as I know, it was, yeah. Haven't read that one in a while, but I think you're right, Eric.
Cool beans. Michael Thiel says, Rod, very cool books. Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate that as always. Michael, Werewolf by Lunchtime says, Solomon Grundy picks up Superman like Jackson picks up Bill when they practice. Oh, no. Oh, no. Moving right along.
Who's writing the copy on this anyway?
Let Pate says, awesome comics, Ron. Thank you so much, Greg. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Ranger Slice says, howdy, Gray Man. Michael Taylor says, hello again to any peanuts that just rolled in.
Absolutely.
Gray Man says, that Nostradamus one, the Nostradamus one, will be a few days yet. Comics on location in Eltham. So, there we go. Gray Man says, hi, Sly. And Werewolf by Lunchtime says, my dad used to drive his bus through Eltham. bet it's pronounced wrong. Yeah, I probably pronounced it wrong. You're probably right. So, the Jackson Roykirk says, to be clear, I am not naked. That's why I'm trying to get him out of here. Oh man, oh man. All right, that gets us up with the wild and wacky peanut gallery for this round. You ready? Show some books before you go?
Yeah, I'll show a few before I go.
All right, here we go.
I'll pull a few old adventure comics out. And obviously, this is one of my childhood copies, number 283. Not sure what the cover looks like, but it's a cool book. I know you got George Pap on the George Pap, as Higgy would say. And we got number 291 with Cleopatra.
Oh, nice.
Superboy in there catting around.
What issue number was that?
291.
291. Wow. Cool beans. I don't think I've seen that.
And here we have one of my favorite issues, issue number 300, where it started the Legion of Superheroes being the main feature from 300 to 380, and I still need several to pick up in that run. I know Metarog has got it, and probably a few other people, but I just loved when the Legion was in this series. And I think this is one of my first main con pickups back in the day. First time I went to a big con, I found this copy, so one of my favorites. Here's 302 with more Legionnaire madness. The end of Sunboy. The sun has went down. And here we got number 312.
Oh, yes. I
That's
like
a
that
shocking experience. And let's see. Number 313. When I first got this, I thought there was like a color. The color was messed up. But okay, they're actually victims of
yeah.
Iris.
I gotcha.
And there's another copy of this. I don't know. Did I pay 5 cents for that? I doubt it. But and here's a good one with a good Kurt Swan cover. Number 326.
Wow.
Number 330. There we have one of the many transformations of Superboy. But he decided to include Brainiac 5 and Matter Eater Lad in this one. And number 331 featuring the Legion of Supervillains.
Wow.
Love the colors on these.
Yeah. This is a really nice cover.
Number 334, the Unknown Legionnaire.
Hmm.
And I don't know if he's unknown, but by me, he is unremembered because I can't remember who it was.
That's got to be Pharaoh Lad.
No, I don't think Farrell. Yeah, no, Farrell Lad wasn't introduced yet by that time. Here we go. Adventure Comics number 338. You got to have the Legionnaire babies to complete your collection.
Super Brats.
Yeah, number 339, The Menace of Beast Boy. Not the Beast Boy we all know and love from Doom Patrol and Titans, but a version of it, a spacefaring version, I should say. And here we go, number 340 with Computo.
Yeah.
Triplicate Girl lost one of her cells, and that's why she became Duo Damsel.
Yep.
And number 341 with the 3 go-go checks.
Yes, sir.
These, yeah.
I love them.
And here's 342. Starboy killed somebody. He's a murderer, and he got booted from the Legion. But it was in self-defense. In his defense, it was in self-defense. Yeah. And I remember reading this in a reprint. This is Adventure 343. The first time I read this was in Superboy and Legion 208, which was one of those little square-bound issues. And one of my favorites.
Cool beans.
The Evil Hand of the Luck Lords. And number 344, the Super Stalag of Space. And number 345, I can't see Superboy. Are they shooting at me? Here's one of my favorites. And this introduces Feral Lad, Karate Kid, and Princess Projectra. Plus Nemesis Kid. He didn't make it, so he had to join the Legion of Supervillains. So I love this story because I was always a big Feral Lad fan, Karate Kid fan. And here's Karate Kid, number 347 with that super karate. Yep. I don't know the difference between that and regular karate, but you know. Number 349 with Universo.
Great stuff, though.
Oh yeah. There's another better looking copy of that one. And number 350, Superboy and Supergirl get booted. They say, you're in too many comics already. Get out of ours.
That's it.
And we got the Forgotten Legion, 351.
Yeah, because I don't remember.
And probably my top one or two of Legion storylines. And this has got a store stamp or something on it. But the first time they fight the Fatal Five, I think I had like the second part of this, and it was coverless that one of my cousins had, and they gave it to me. I don't know what happened to that one, but you know, there's another copy. And here's number 353. And most people know this story. Superboy went to what was it? The Sun Eater was in this one, and they had something called the Absorbatron bomb, and Superboy was going to take it in. He didn't know if he was going to survive or not. So Feral Lad, only being Feral Lad, knocked Superboy out and took the bomb into the Sun Eater and sacrificed himself. Oh, sorry, spoilers. That's another one.
I like Validus. I always like Validus as a villain.
Yeah, of course, you find out later that he's one of Lightning Lad and Saturn Girl's kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was, we got a couple copies of this one. This was always a favorite story, the Adult Legion. And you actually get to see all these characters later on in Superboy and the Legion. There's another copy. And here's another one, Legion Supervillains, number 355. There's another copy. I think most of these, they must have been on sale at a yard sale or something. Got this 5-cent marker on them.
Oh, yeah.
It really doesn't bother me, but, you know, I would have bought it for a nickel.
Sure.
And here we have the Legion of Super Tots again.
Yes.
And here we have number 357, good story, The Ghost of Feral Lad. Classic.
For a long time, I had a coverless copy of that. And,
did you?
You know, you have those stories about trying to find the cover and find one. Yeah, that was one of mine that I had to do that for.
Yeah, that's a good story. And let's show one more here. A couple more. This is number 358.
Oh yes.
It's a descendant of Deadshot. Number 359. The Legion has been outlawed. How many times did that happen? A lot. All right, guys, that's all I got.
Alrighty. I'll bring us back together. And we got the pause line right there ready to go. Here we go.
And Gray Man Rod beat the pronunciation of Eltham around the head and stole its lunch money. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it either. So Eltham, I don't know.
I don't know, and I apologize for that.
And Michael, yeah, me too. Mike tells us, speaking of Nixon, I think Stevie Wonder wrote a song about Nixon called You Haven't Done Nothing. I remember that song. And he's not a crook. Missing Mars says pronounced Eltham. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Eltham. Thank you for that.
And we're by lunchtime. Adventure Comics predicted McSuperman. Yeah. And Ranger Sly says, long live the Legion.
Yes.
And Gray Man says, a last poor trip girl. Poor bouncing boy's love life was never the same again. Yeah, he only slept with 2 women after that. And Lead Paint says, those adventure comics featuring the Legion are all great covers. Really sharp. I bet they stood out on the newsstand. Yeah. I didn't get to see
Great.
them when they originally came out, but, when I got to buy back issues, yeah. And Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I love Kurt Swan, not as much as Mrs. Werewolf, but it's close. Got to have priorities.
That's right.
And Ranger says, the very first Legion story I read as a kid was that one which introduces Karate Kid, Projector, and Feral. I fell in love with the team right there. Yeah, that's a good place to start right there, that book. And Michael Taylor says, very cool book, Shannon. Thank you, sir. And Lead Paint says, all beauty, Shannon. Thank you, Greg. And Ron says, the first Legion story I read as a youngin' was the one where they introduced Night Girl, the love interest of Cosmic Boy. Yeah. Yeah, Night Girl was one of the Legion of substitute heroes. She only had strength at nighttime.
And I believe it or not, that catches us right up just about on time.
Okay. Well, guys, I've enjoyed this. I'm glad I got to hang around for a little bit, but duty calls. It's a lot. I'm going to be getting home late tonight, but I love playing. It's some extra funds in the bank, and I'm going to go make some noise. So, Rod, buddy, you have a great weekend. You and the
You as
family,
well, bud.
and everybody that was kind enough to join us today. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you next week.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Take care,
Knock 'em
guys.
dead,
See you, buddy.
break a leg.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right.
All righty. So now, unfortunately, you're stuck with just my grizzled face up here now. So, but Miranya's got me set up with another pause line. So, wow, that just jumped like 5 different messages came in at the same time. Wow. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna show some Marvels now. Some uh Prince Namor, the Submariner series. You don't really see that shown too often around. At least I haven't seen it shown too often. So I figured I'd pull out some early issues of that and show those. I started off with because I'm probably like a lot of you. I'll put books that might have something to do with Submariner. I'll put them with them. So this book is in there as well. This is number 1 of Snapshots, Marvel Snapshots with the Submariner. So that's a more modern book, obviously. Uh, yeah, it's got to be very modern because it's like $5. So that's a cover price. $5 for a comic. Who'd have thunk it back in the day when it was 2 for a quarter for 12 cents. So, all right. So here we go. We got we'll start off with, of course, we got to start off with first issue. And it, boy, it doesn't, my lights and my camera or something is washing it out. But I got 2 of those. And I don't know how I got 2 of them, but there are 2. Uh, and then one of my favorite Marvel characters, second, third banana type characters is Triton of the Inhumans. So, I mean, I love it when he was in a Submariner story. Cry Triton. Just, I don't know why I like that character, but I did. And I do. There's number 2. And this one right here, number 3. This right here holds a special place in the collection because um, this book, I remember I was with my dad and we stopped over at a convenience store, McKay's Variety, in a town called Somersworth, and went inside and I saw this on there with Triton, and I begged and begged and begged and begged and begged, and he bought it for me. So that and a milkshake. Plus had great milkshakes. Oh, they were awesome. So, but I love love that story. I love that cover. That oh, just great stuff. All right, now we got number 4 with a tuma. Not a tuma. Yes, it's a tuma. And then number 5 with tiger shark. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, and another number 5. And number 6 with tiger shark again. And number 7, this is one of those photo covers that they do or did back then and superimpose the Submariner over a actual photo. So, and oh, another one. Again, see, I don't know. I don't know how I get 2 of them other than for some reason at the time I was thinking I didn't have that book and wound up buying it again. Here is a really good cover. I got to get this. I got to rebag these because the bags are kind of filthy. We got number 8 with the thing going after him. It's a really nice black cover, but this bag does not do it any favors. So here we go with number 9. Number 9. Number 9. And number 10, the man called Barracuda. Oh, Barracuda. And number 11, and number 12. And then this one here, like I said, if I come across one that, that goes with it, that goes with it. This is a reprint, Tales to Astonish reprint with the same story. So I just put it together in there. And we go with number 13, another black cover. Here's number 14 with Namor versus the Human Torch. I believe that was the original Human Torch. I don't think that was Johnny Storm, if I remember correctly. And number 15, Day of the Dragon. But I really enjoy the Submariner series. Um, I mean, it was kind of unique in that Submariner was kind of like an anti-hero. Sometimes he was a villain, sometimes he was a hero. But I enjoyed his stories. I got the that run of that. Um, so I really enjoy that. What else do I got to show? We got Just America versus the Justice Society, the 4-issue miniseries. This is number 1. A great little miniseries. Is number 2 with the Spectre taking front and center. Love the Spectre. He's one of my favorite characters. And here is number 3. And this was done by Roy Thomas, Howard Bender, and Alfredo Alcala. So that's a cool cover. And number 4. Alrighty. And I also had some Starman, James Robinson's Starman, which is a great series. I get issue number 4. Number 29. Just like the way they were able to weave, uh, Robinson was able to weave in the history of Starman, um, the father to this character, and the villains and the heroes from the JSA. This is number 47. And I was turned on to this by Howler Mouse, Tim. So, and number 55. I think they overdid the go-go checks on this one. So, all righty. All right. So let's go back to the chat and see what's happening. Let's see. There we go. The pause line. Thank you once again, Maranya. Missing Miles says, peace out, Shannon. Good gigs. Yeah. He's going to have some fun. He'll be tired tonight. Like you said, he wouldn't be home till like 2 in the morning, something like that. Whoa. Easy Comic Reader says, take care, Shannon. Thank you for the groovy music. Yeah. Thank you for the words and the tune. Thank you so much, Easy. Mike Taylor says, have a great show, brother. Thank you. And the Jackson Roy Kirk, have a great time, Shannon. Absolutely. Ranger Sly says, take care, Shannon. Comic Mag Musings. Hey, Bill. Great to have you with us, sir. Hope your Saturday's going well, my friend. And don't forget to check Bill out. I'm sure he'll be on with Gray Man at 2 o'clock on Cover Slingers today. So definitely check him out and check out the show. Crazy Hungarian says, have a great day, Shannon. Thanks for the shout out. Comic Mag Musing saying hello to everybody in the Peanut Gallery. Maranya says, hey there, CWM. The Jackson Roy Kirk says, Hobbs, you mentioned him being taken, and here he is. Hello, Bill. Whoa, by lunchtime. Hi, Bill. Oh, poor Bill. He just shows up and he's already getting grief. Oh, Missing Mars says, hello to Bill, Comic Mag Music. And Comic Mag Music says, hi to Maranya. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I shudder to think, Jackson. And Bill says, hey, Darren. And Diabetic Superman, thank you so much for hanging out with us today, sir. Appreciate it. Absolutely. Hope your Saturday's going well, my friend. Comic Mags Music says hello to Missing Mars. Mike Taylor says very cool Marvel Snapshots cover. Yeah, I don't know who it was that did that cover either. I wanted to see if it was on the thing, but where are you? Where are you? I don't know what I did with it. Did I put it over here? I did. It says Brennert, Ordway, and Grundigern. So I don't know if you can read the names up there. So there you go. But that looked almost like a Alex Ross cover. Very similar. I mean, but it doesn't say anywhere. It doesn't credit him, doesn't, and it's not signed. So, but I thought it was really cool. And Comic Mag Musing saying howdy to Jackson. Maranya says, good morning, Diabetic Superman. How are you and Shadow doing this morning? And Missing Mars says, hello to Diabetic Superman as well. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I hope you're waving your pants in the air, Bill. Gray Man says, I really want that Tiger Shark first appearance. Great cover. Yes. It's just one of those ones that kind of sticks with you. Absolutely. And Diabetic Superman says, I'm doing good. Shadow is camped out on her window perch. There we go. Soaking up some sunshine, I'm sure. Michael Thiel says, very cool story. Is that the actual book, Rod? I have to remember what the story about the number 3. No, that is not the actual book. I wish it was. No, that got torn up and cut up and everything else. So no, that is not the original book. But that is the original memory, though. So, well, it's weird because you know the older I get, the more I can still remember what happened on a Thursday night, 1968, on TV or something like that, or where I got a comic from in 1967, you know. But you ask me, what I was doing, 3 days ago, I'm like, what? I don't remember that. I don't get it. I don't get it sometimes. Missing Mars says Submariner had the coolest villains. He had a pretty good rogues gallery. Absolutely he did. With a Tuma, Orca. Remember Orca? Giant killer whale guy. Tiger shark. Absolutely. Comic Mag Museum saying, hey to Gray Man. And Lead Paint says Subby had some of the coolest designed villains. Tiger Shark. There you go. I just named. Yeah, the same ones I just named. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you, Greg. Absolutely, man. Ranger Sly says, howdy to Bill. And Jackson Roykirk says, those Subby covers are fantastic, but the few stories I've actually read didn't live up to the cover. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It was one of those series I really liked as a kid, when I would pick up the oddball, issue, it was weird because you'd see Subby, he had his run in with the Fantastic Four, and he had run-ins with the Hulk, and when you picked up an issue of his book, it, like, gave you the other side of the coin. I always felt it gave me the other side of the coin. Oh, this is what he's like, why he thinks he's right in his mind, to what he's doing, blah, 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 and stuff like that. So, but, well, I'm sorry you didn't enjoy it, Jackson. Comic Mac Music say, howdy to Sly. Ranger Sly says, volume 2 of Tales to Astonish was how I first read those beautiful John Buscema, uh, Submariner stories. Yeah. Yeah. I had a couple issues, for a while, like you saw, in there where, I didn't have the actual original mag yet, and then once I got the original mag, I just left it in there with them, so, it was pretty good. And that's a pretty easy run to excuse me, to put together too, still. I don't think it's really expensive. Maybe you get inside the first 10 issues, it might be a little bit more, pricey, but overall, you can still pick up a lot of that series, uh, very cheaply. So, and, I enjoyed them. It might not be for everybody, but I always enjoyed them as a kid, you know? So, Michael Taylor says, my guessing that Jim Hammond torch doesn't look like a Johnny Storm torch. No, if you look at him, you can tell. Maybe. Where are you? Yeah, there you go. So, yep, yep. And Miranda says Jim Hammond torch looks similar as I recall. Whoops. Oh, this mouse, I don't know why, but the things if I'm just banging it like that, it'll move up. If I move it, moves everybody up, and I don't know why he does that. Drives me crazy. Comic Mag Musing says Robinson might be my favorite limey writer. Well, he certainly does a great job on that Starman series. I can't think of off the top of my head of anything else that he's done that I've collected. I probably have, but that I really like the way he weaved the legacy of the Starman character, the original Starman character, into it, along with the JSA and their villains and stuff like that. It really was well done, well written series. I really enjoyed it a lot. So I'm right there with you. Ranger Sly says James Robinson's Starman is one of the best series of all time in my book. Certainly the best of the dreaded 90s. I've heard many people say that. Many people say that, Ranger. So you are not alone, my friend. Tempest from Mars says America versus the JSA is a great series for those who haven't read it. Plus, you get to see the Spectre making his closing arguments. Perry Mason, who? Michael Taylor says, fantastic book drawing, especially those subs. Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate that, man. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, be back soon. Just have to pick up a sausage dog and put him to sleep in my mother-in-law's bedroom. True story. A sausage dog. So he's a little hot dog. Oh, that's cool. Michael Taylor saying hi to Bill. And Bill is returning it saying, hey to Michael. Michael Taylor saying hi to DS. And Steven Spock is saying hi to Bill. Diabetic Superman says hey to Michael. Comic Mag Music says hi to Steve. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, are you working from home, Bill? Or, as D puts it, having a nap between snacks? And Bill says, I think D may be right. It is Saturday, so fortunately, I have the day off. Grayman says, hey, Bill. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, good for you, Bill. Hopefully you can find some winning covers for Slingers. Snicker, snicker, snicker. He's snickering. I think he won last week, dude. Didn't you? Did you win or did Roger win? I can't remember. No, Roger wasn't in last week because last week was the Bikini Bottom. So I think it was Bill that did win, if I'm not mistaken. And Maranya says Submarine Aeronautics had some epic battles with Iron back in the day as well. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yes, he did. And again, it just added to, you know, yeah, you think of him as a villain most of the time, or I did as a kid. And then when you got to read that series, it was like give you the other side of the coin. So I was fascinated by it, you know. So absolutely, you're right, Maranya. And Michael Taylor says that era of subby, the covers were great, even if you don't like the subby. They are cover buys. Well, yeah, a lot of them could be cover buys for folks who just like those great covers. I mean, they had that what was it, number 8 there with the thing and Subby going at it. And, there was just so many great stuff. Just the first cover alone. That first cover. Man, what did I do with it? I mean, look at that cover. I mean, that's just a majestic cover. Just it's just great. Now, I'm not into collecting statues, mainly because I can't afford that that rabbit hole, you know, or that part of the hobby. But they did make a statue of Subby in this position with this right from this cover type of thing. And if I could get one, I would get a Hulk one, and I would get the Submariner one with this. It's just I just love this cover. It just I don't know, it just oozes, regal, strength and, it's just great, great stuff. So, I mean, maybe that's why I wound up with 2 of them because I like it so it's so nice. I bought it twice. And Maranya says, we read Iron Man #1 and Daredevil 4 last night on the Geeky Puppet Show. Oh, there you go. If you get a chance, don't forget to check out the Geeky Puppet Show and their readings. They already did their one for this morning, right? At 9:30 they go on. And then they've got Sunday night. I got to check my list right here. Sunday night at 8:15 and 9:30. You can check them over there on the Geeky Puppet Show channel, and you could actually join in with them. Have some fun. Throw on a couple voices and take part. It's a lot of fun, so definitely check them out. And Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I just heard thunder. Either that or it was Jackson body slamming Bill. Having a death match in the peanut gallery. Splash Page Comic says, I feel you, Dr. Silverage, getting where I can't remember much anymore. Sad fact of getting old. Yeah, you ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. And it's just I just find it so weird that the memories are so clear from my childhood, you know, as opposed to now. I don't know. Maybe it's because we kind of always wish we could go back to our childhood, I think, in some way, shape, or form. So maybe holding on to those memories tighter keeps them there fresh in your memory, as opposed to remembering what I did 2 3 days ago. What are you gonna do? We're just gonna life goes on, blah, blah. But I really really do, and you guys all heard me say this before. That's the reason why I named the show what it is because of those memories that I had growing up and how important comics were in my life, as a child, as a child. I was trying to say kid and child in one word. As a child, for me, it was a morality play. Um, you were brought up. There was good and there was evil, and good always triumphed evil. So don't be evil, be good. And that just kind of fit in my head. For some reason, it clicked and said, "Okay, I'm on board with that. Sign me up." So where can I read about this? Oh, I can read this. Oh, okay, all these great heroes and stuff like that. Actually, I probably saw them on. I believe I saw them on TV first, and then found out they were comic books that had superheroes in them. I had watched those Hanna-Barbera cartoons like 1966, 67, 68, and then realized that they were comic books somewhere in 67, and picked up like Brave and the Bold and Hulks. So great, just great memories, man. Great memories. I love them. Thank you so much, Splash Page. Fanboy Prime, hey, great to have you with us, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. He says, hey, everyone, late start to my day. That's all right. Glad you could stop by and hang out with us for a bit. Thank you so much. Maranya says, good to see you, fanboy. Don't forget to catch the rest of this show on the replay. There we go. Michael Taylor says, oh, Jim Hammond Torch. He had a different body type, in my opinion. Yeah, well, obviously, he was more of I think he had more of an adult frame than Human Torch, because at the time, Human Torch was what? Just still like a teenager, late teenager, maybe. So I think you're right. Fanboy Prime says, thanks, Maranya. Will do. Awesome. Maranya says, Hammond did look a bit more muscular and no lines to indicate being on fire like Johnny Torches, who is muscular but not as huge. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The Jackson Roykirk says, who are you people? Where am I? Who am I? I shouldn't joke. At 61, I forget names already. 61. Well, I got you by a year, Jackson. I'm 62. So maybe that 1 year makes a difference. You lose a lot more in that 1 year between 61, 62. So you got a ways to go, maybe. Good man says, I can't remember who won, and I was on it. I think it was Bill, because I can see Bill with that grin on his face at the end. So if I remember correctly. Uh, And comic magazines. I think Gray Man won last week. I was bamboozled. Oh, Gray Man won. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Now, what you said, Gray Man, makes sense. There you go. I see. Very cool. It's just so much fun to watch you guys, the way you banter back and forth with each other, and poor Matilda trying to keep everything, on the straight and narrow, keep things rolling. You know, oh my gosh, it's so much fun. My wife will catch me sitting there laughing, and she'll go, "What are you?" She give me that look. "What are you laughing about? What is so funny?" And it's like I can't explain it, but it's just it's just show. And try to give her a rundown of what's going on. She goes, "Okay," and then she goes back to crochet. Well, by lunchtime says I forget to name Jax. Well, names too. Yeah, yeah, names are. And the other thing that I've discovered that I do now is words that I normally use throughout my lifetime. I don't know. It you know, could be glasses. All right, we'll say glasses, and I can't remember where I put my uh, uh, those things you put on your eyeballs. For some reason, I'll forget. Uh, just regular words like that. And it drives me up a wall, especially when I'm in a hurry to do something or something, and I'm looking for something and should be, what are you looking for? I'm trying to find that thing that goes on your head, keeps the sun off you, I can't think of the word hat. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tons of fun getting old, I'm telling you. Oh, did I not? I don't think I read that. What did I doggone this thing? There we go. Grayman says, I thought it might have been me, but I get all the shows mixed up in my head. Yeah, I can imagine. How long have you been doing that show? Cover Slingers. You've been doing it for quite a while now. I know. And Werewolf by Lunchtime says, my dad went on holiday recently and bought an Elvis record. Got it home, put it on. The Crankies. I'm not sure. I don't know what the Crankies is. So I'm lost. I'm lost there. So you'll have to help me out, Werewolf. What is the significance of the Crankies? Miranda says both the Iron Man #1 and Submariner #1 covers have a striking picture of the hero, plus lots of subtle details in the solid color background. Yeah, yep. And one thing that I was surprised that I didn't see, now it makes me worry. Now I gotta go. Don't fall down, guys. What I've got to do when I get off the air here is I've got to, with both my Ironmans and my subbies, I have two copies of that one shot that they did with Iron Man and Submariner sharing a title. When Tales to Astonish and Tales of Suspense was ending, and that month in between, they put out that book. And I have two copies, and one always stayed with Submariner series, and one always stayed with my Iron Man. And it wasn't in there with my subbies. So now I gotta find those. It's probably in the rack here somewhere in the spinner rack. So okay. Well, by lunchtime says he laughed about it. Michael Taylor says on that on that sub one, you have to look closer. You see all the details, or you could miss them. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. I keep putting them back, and come on, don't fall down, please. Yeah, I mean, like you say, you got to look really close to see the thing up there battling him. You know, that's him when he was homeless there, not even realizing that he was the Submariner. So yeah, oh yeah, it's great detail in here. Very cool. It just really is a great cover. You know, I don't know what more you can say. It's just a great cover. Thank you so much, Michael. Diabetic Superman says there was a three-part Subby and Iron Man battle that crossed over between Tales of Suspense and Tales to Astonish. Oh, I wish I could say I honestly remember that, but I do not remember that. I remember certain issues where Subby faced him, Iron Man in there, but I don't remember the crossover. I'm trying to think, there was one crossover in there that I do remember. What I want to say was a Hulk though. See, now my comic memory's starting to go. Michael Taylor says, "Hi, Fanboy Prime." Fanboy Prime says, "That's why I couldn't finish Watchmen. I like my heroes being heroes." I understand that. I understand that. Um, I I pretty much I am probably 90% in that camp. I if I see, okay, the best example I can come up with is Captain America. When they did the Captain America things, saying he was actually part of Hydra or whatever it was there, and stuff. I just no man, no man. That wasn't for me. And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that enjoyed that storyline and whatnot, and that's fine. More power to you. But for me personally, it was not a favorite storyline of mine because I didn't see how that could be. To me, it was like vinegar and water, oil and water. They didn't mix. You know what I mean? So I understand, fanboy. He says, "Hey, Michael," and Maranya says, "Wait, you haven't hit the 6260 Club yet, Rod? You're the youngin' of the three charter members, namely Eric, me, and yourself. 62 and 62. Yeah, I was 62. I was born in July. So yeah, I am in the 6262 Club. I am. So yes, yes, yes. Jackson Roy Kirk says, from what I remember, you couldn't see the original Torch's face when he was on fire. You could see Johnny's eyes, nose, and mouth. Getting into the details. Gray Man says, never mind the laughing. Why aren't you voting? Or do you watch on the rewind? A lot of times I'll catch it on the rewind, unfortunately, because usually in the afternoon, I've got to make the dump run, and then I'm watching picking up books on the Triple C's claim sale where I can. Uh, so I usually wind up watching it on the rewind, but I've got to make it try and sneak over and catch it because I really did enjoy for a while there. I was doing it and voting on it and stuff because you really do feel like you're part of it, you know. And it's just so much fun. And then, of course, if you vote too many times for somebody, you get told about. Oh, it's great. It's a lot of fun though. It's a lot of fun. I gotta move this up. Oh, I can't do that. Okay. All right. Diabetic Superman says, I'll be 63 in October. Well, congratulations, sir. Happy birthday early. So, and Crazy Hungarian says, I'm always forgetting something. Might have to get me a man purse to keep organized. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I will be 53 in December. No surprise considering I'm 53 now and my birthday is in May. I can see that. Yeah. Michael Taylor says, yes, Jackson, you usually wouldn't see Hammond's face, whereas you could see Johnny's eyes, nose, and mouth. Yeah. And the Jackson Markirk says, Hops! Werewolf by Lunchtime says, thank you for your support, Jackson. Thank you for your support. Easy Comic Reader says, he's laughing at Werewolf by Lunchtime. And Werewolf says, thanks, Easy. Appreciate the support. Maranya says, oh, wait, I am the youngest of us. My birthday's on the 28th of this month. Oh. Well, early happy birthday to you, Maranya. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And you'll be in the 6262 Club. Cool beans. Gray Man says, only watch it live if you are voting for me, of course. Exactly. Exactly. I wouldn't have it any other way. Until Bill says you should vote for me, and then I'll be saying the same exact thing. Oh, Fanboy Prime. I think you and I were battling for Triple C's secret origins issues last week during the claim sales. Oh, I hope it wasn't battling anybody. My trouble is I type slow. I'm so slow. So I have to try and cheat by putting I put the word claim in there and then just try to type in what I want. Half the time I don't get it, and half the time I'm just like, I ain't even gonna bother because by the time I finish typing it out, it ain't gonna happen. Somebody will get it. But it's a lot of fun, isn't it? It's a lot of fun over there at Triple C's, Rob's claim sales, and Aaron's claim sales on Monday night as well. So it's a lot of fun. $2 for a comic, free shipping. How can you can't beat that with a stick? No, sir. Mike Taylor says, I never thought about it before one of the Peanuts mentioned it. Leonard Nimoy would have made a good Golden Age Submariner. When he was made up as Spock, he looked a lot like him. Yes, yes, absolutely. He had of course when you see him as Spock with the pointed ears and that haircut, if he'd have had that haircut down like a widow's peak type of thing, absolutely. But I'll tell you who modern day could play a good Submariner, and that's professional wrestler Randy Orton, because Randy has had his hair cut a couple of times, cut kind of like a crew cut, and it's dark enough, and it comes to a widow's peak, and he his face looks like Submariner. All you got to do is put little pointy ears on him, and he has certainly got the physique to carry uh, the position, and he's pretty tall too. I want to say he's like 6'2" or maybe even like slightly taller. So he would definitely fit the role today. So that would have been cool. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I usually vote for you, Gray Man, but only because the other contestants make a poor effort, he says. Plus the cool DC covers, of course. There you go. Maranya says, I believe Alex Ross used Nimoy as a basis for his Submariner. That's who his looked like. I could see that. I could see that. Absolutely. I am one of us says July 28th was my birthday. I'm 61. Me and Maranya have the same birthday. We are Leos. There you go. Well, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to you. I am one of us. Happy birthday to you. And Grayman says Spock, Namor crossover, illogical Rex. That's what he would have to be saying. Exactly. Illogical Rex. Fanboy Prime says, yes, sir, always a good time. Cool beans, cool beans. Maranya says, you're a Leo. I am one of us. I'm a Virgo, a month apart for our birthdays. The same day, though, right? The 28th, I believe he said. So, the Jackson Roy Kirk says, Hobbs, you're just trying to get an extra toot from Gray's horn on Gray's horn of tooting. Oh, see, it carries over. There we go. Fanboy Prime says RKO, RKO, the Marvel Universe. There you go. RKO out of nowhere. There we go, fanboy. I got you. I'm with you now. Miranya says, I share a birthday with Jack Kirby and the birthday year for Amazing Fantasy number 15. Oh, cool. You share the birthday with the king. Now that makes you the queen, right? Right? It should. The Jackson Rourke says, and you're worth just as much, Maranya. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I am one of us says, you were born in August. I was born in July. Made a mistake. That's all right. At the same day, I think, right? The 28th. So I took that as what you were meaning anyway. So that's all right. And Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I need to pay for a toot, Jackson. It adds a sparkle of freshness into my otherwise adequate life. All right. Okay, well, why don't I show some more comics here? What time is it? Hey, we're quarter up. So, all right. Well, I got some 100 page 60 centers here. So, Why don't I show some of those? We got with one magic word, Shazam, number 17. Dun, dun, dun. Nice purple cover makes everything pop on there. Cool beans. I put you right there. All right, then we jump over to House of Mystery, number 228. I think I still need one more of these. I can't remember for the House of Mystery run of 100 pages. So, of course, that's another rabbit hole I'm down is collecting all the 100 pages, courtesy of my brother in comics here, Shannon. Watched his video a long time ago and just didn't realize how many there were. I only bought the ones from the series that I collected. Then realized, oh my gosh, look at all these ones. Down the rabbit hole I went, head first. So now I think I'm somewhere in the neighborhood. I think I only need like, I want to say like a dozen, maybe about a dozen. And most of those are the romance ones from the 70s. So, um, what are you going to do? Those are just, they just keep going up in price. So, here we go with another House of Mystery, number 224. Just square bound sweetness right there. Some great stuff. That's why these 100 pages, man, they they hold special place in my collection and in my heart. I've said it many times. I'll say it one more time. Uh, remember going down to the local convenience store, Stop and Go, in Rollinsford, New Hampshire, and with my grandfather, as he would go down every day to pick up a newspaper for both him and my father. And I would either have some money, they would give me some money, or I would have money from doing something. And I would buy when these were coming out, man. I remember when these were coming out. This is number 225. You know, they were in the spinner rack. They were in the spinner rack, man. And it was just like I don't know what to liken it to. It was just you know how if you okay, a lot of people have gone to Disney World. Disney World is a big, cool place, right? Happiest place on earth, whatever, you know. So when you're going, when you're going there, it's like it's a big deal. It's a huge deal, you know. It's a destination. You can't wait to get there. You can't wait to enjoy it. Blah blah blah. That's how I felt almost every day when I went to the Stop and Go, just to get to that spinner rack. It was like I was going to Disney World, and I didn't even know what Disney World was then, you know. But it was just such an important thing, such an important piece of my life, and I was lucky enough to find a spinner rack that is exactly like the one in there with the same topping, the same signage on the top. So I mean, it's just incredible, incredible. Here we go with some Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle, number 232. This right here was part of a bunch that was gifted to me by somebody you know. He's near and dear to all of us. That's right, Shannon. Thank you so much, Shannon. Once again, when you see this on the rewind, I'm sure you will. Thank you so much. He sent me a ton of them that I would have never gotten. Like Tarzan was never in my collection. I never bought any Tarzan books, and he gave me like what 3 of them right here. So here is number 231 with Tarzan. Just it's just something about these books. They were just so thick, and yeah, they just felt like, oh my gosh, there's a ton of stories in here, and I just, oh, it was just such a great feeling as a kid. You thought you were king of the world, man, and you're picking up these big books. Like, oh, this is like 3 times the size. And here we go with number 230. I love this cover. I love the blues on this, man. But yeah, Shannon gifted me a bunch of these probably about 2 years ago, I think. So greatly appreciate it. It's great. And like I said, he's got his stamp the same as me, the same as Dr. Von Chilla, who is I believe responsible for he's certainly responsible for me getting the getting my own stamp on my comics. And I think he was the same inspiration for Shannon as well. So all right, what else we got to show here? Oh, Adam, don't fall, please. All right, we got some stuff over here. Let's see what this is. We got Young All Stars, another great series uh, from 1987. Here's number 7. Another fun read. Some great characters in there. Oh, we got some more JSA. These are JSA All Stars. They were, I believe it was an 8-issue miniseries, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, number 8 of 8. Yeah. So yeah, here we go with number 5. I got to get these all filed together. So with our man taking center stage. Here's number 6 with Dr. Midnight. And number 7 with Mr. Fantastic, not Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Terrific. And number 8 with all of them together, standing united. And then I got some more. These were together in there because they're JSA. JSA Liberty Files, number 1 of 6. And I only have 3 of these issues here. The Whistling Skull, featuring the JSA. There's number 2. And number 3. Righty. All right. And then I found some magazines. I got a box of various different magazines and stuff that I pull from every once in a while down there. So I decided to grab some and just show you a little bit. Here's one, Toy Fair. You guys remember Toy Fair? And this is pretty cool because it's got all these action figures kind of done up in a way like Alex Roth's Kingdom Come covers, which I thought was pretty cool, done with action figures. So, and of course, then on the back, you got some wrestling action figures, some classic Imala, Bam Bam Bigelow, Nature Boy, Legion of Doom, Road Warriors. And I really enjoyed this magazine because it would tell me about all the different, you know, action figures or these little busts and stuff like that would be coming out. Not that I could afford a lot of them, but it was just fun reading about them, you know. Oh yeah. And then in the back they have like a are those comics or are they toys? They must be toys. Yeah, they're toys. In the back they have like a little mini section where they would tell you the value of these toys. But I mean, just look at some of those action figures. You got Blue Beetle, what you got? Phantom Lady, which I don't believe I have. And then Uncle Sam, I believe I do have an Uncle Sam somewhere. So, and then of course on this side here, whoops, we got Martian Manhunter. I've got a couple of those, including a translucent one right there that makes it like he's invisible, like showing when he's invisible. So uh, just a lot of fun. So I'm sure a lot of you must remember this. So it was from the same people, I believe, that did Wizard and stuff like that. Speaking of Wizard, is this one here, the Dark Book Dark Book 98, Wizard Special. They used to put these out every once in a while, a Wizard Special, and this one was the Dark Book. You know, it's some great artwork and just cool stuff. Necessary evil. In the back, they got future plans for all these different villains and stuff like that. Mandarin, Lex Luthor, and Lady Deathstrike, Magneto. Just a lot of fun stuff. It's just a fun read. Oh, look at that. They got a picture in the center right there of the Mandarin's rings. I was always fascinated with rings, thanks to Green Lantern. And then here's it comes along this villain that's got, 10 different rings that do different things. And it's just like, oh, I was fascinated by that. So uh, there's another Wizard special, except this one is a Wolverine special. There we go. And it's showing all kinds of different things along a little comic strip type of thing. Look, mugs and all kinds of things. You know, even got like a little game in the centerfold here that you could play. Just fun stuff, that you don't see or hear about anymore. I really was big into the um, peripheral comic magazines like Wizard, like the Toy Fair, Comic Buyer's Guide, Comics Journal, stuff like that. Here's another Wizard special with Superman. Roll call. So just fun stuff. Oh, this is cool. Gives you a little tour inside the fortress and tells you about some of the objects and stuff that are there. I always liked stuff like that. They would show you the Bat Cave or something like that, and it would just be just great articles, great reads, you know. So, oh, nice Alex Roth on the back. Let's see, you got one more here, and this one here is a cross-gen special. The inside story presenting the ultimate intro to cross-gen comics when they were a thing. They were out of Florida, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I thought they were. Here we go. Cross-gen special featuring their characters, spanning the generations. With some fun stuff, you know. Action figures and what's that movie? Live action movie they were talking about at the time. When did this come out? Let's see. Doesn't say. You don't say. No, it doesn't say. I don't see any dates anywhere. So I'm not sure. Anyway, again, it's pretty cool read. So CrossGen Illustrated. So all right. Let's jump back into the chat and see what's going on. There we go. Thank you so much, Maranya, once again, saving me from embarrassing myself too much, trying to find where I'm supposed to start. Thank you. Mike Dill says, I always like that Shazam run. Yeah, that was fun, especially those, like I said, those 100 pages, man. It's just great stuff. And learned a lot from those. I learned a lot from those uh, as far as the character, because really, Captain Marvel, you knew about Captain Marvel as far as, okay, you were Earth's mightiest mortal, blah, blah, blah. Beyond that, it was whatever I learned from that TV series in the mid 70s, you know uh, and whatnot. So, but these came out before that, so it gave me a chance to really learn some of the history of that character, which was a lot of fun. Eric K says, "Love me some DC 100 pages." Yeah, had a great time to. What a great time to collect. Yes, I agree. I have all of the House of Mystery 100 pages as well as Unexpected, another great mystery horror title. Yeah, I think I need one more of the Unexpected as well. So I think I need one of those, one House of Mystery, one Unexpected, and I believe one. I think it's Superboy. I think. And then the rest are those romance comics, you know. So let's see. Michael Taylor says Stop and Go still exists. Yeah, unfortunately, ours was converted to another uh, store called Cumberland Farms. I say unfortunately. I like Cumberland Farms. I frequent it a lot. Pick up stuff that you need or get gas, blah blah blah. But I miss the old Stop and Go store. I really do. It was just, I mean, it is strictly nostalgia. Between the comic book spinner rack and picking up those, at the time they were Charms Pops when they first came out, the sweet and sour Charms Pops. Oh, they were so good, man. I'd pick up, a comic book and pick up a Charms lollipop, man. I thought I was king. Great stuff. Eric K says, I really like that they had at least 10 stories in those 100-page horror books. So much bang for your 60 cents. Yeah, you couldn't beat it. Really. I mean, it's just so much fun as a kid. Hey, graphic man. How you doing, Micah? He says, hello, gallery of friends. Great to see you, Micah. Great to have you hanging out with us on a Saturday morning, my friend. You just missed Shannon. He had to leave because he's got a couple of music gigs he's playing today. So he's gonna be on the road, taking the show on the road. Eric K says, hey, graphic man. Michael Taylor says, went to Disneyland 50th anniversary back in 2000. We went in 2004 was the last time we went. Got to go as a family, and That was a lot of fun because my kids were at the right age, 5 and 7 or whatever, and, yeah, 5 and 7, and, they were the perfect age to go. It was all like, you know, and it's just, you just love seeing your kid just marvel at this stuff and know they're having a great time, and you're creating memories that they are gonna have for a lifetime. And of course, I was they call me the video Nazi, or because I used to uh I videotaped everything. I mean, so a lot of the stuff that we did throughout the parks and all that stuff, I got on videotape. So my kids will have it. Uh, my son is in the process of taking it from VHS to digital. So they will have those uh, to share when I'm long gone from this earth. So so they'll have that to help with their memories, to go with their memories. So Mike Taylor says, "Hey, now, Micah." And Tempest from Mars says, "There's one young romance 100 pager that's currently going for about 100 quid. I don't know why it is just that one, but that'll be the last one I pull the trigger on." Yeah, yeah. See, I keep an eye on them on eBay, and there's a lot of uh, those that for some reason you can see them. Used to, if I'd wanted these back in, we'll say the '80s, late '80s, early '90s, you'd have picked them up in a dollar bin, if that. It might have been a quarter bin, you know. But for some reason, all of a sudden, here in the last 10 years or so, they've started to really take off. You know, so, but I hear you, Tempest. I hear you. I'm the same way. I have to pick and choose where I put my money, and I may not ever complete the 100 pagers. You know, there's a couple other books that I want to get. I'd love to get a Brave and the Bold book, an early Brave and the Bold book with a Viking Prince cover, because I just love the look of those. Some of those Viking Prince covers were really cool, and I'd like to have one. I have, like, I think from 31. I think I have from 31 up on Brave and the Bold, uh, and then a few on the other side of 31. I don't have. I have only one of the Justice League debut books there. I don't have the original first appearance, but I have like either second or third one with Amazo, the first Amazo. So, but that's something I'd like to get. I need one more book for my Thor collection, the Journey into Mystery number 87, I believe. And it's somewhere around a 75, $80 book I've seen. So I keep an eye open for that. It's just a matter of finding one in the shape that I'm looking for, and the right price, right around there. I could handle that, but I just want it to be a nice book. I don't want to have writing on it or torn covers or anything like that. So that one I'll be kind of picky on. Usually I'm not all that picky. So Crazy Hungarian says hello to Graphic Man. Maranya says good morning, my and friend Micah. Well, my phone was going off there. Micah Taylor says, Micah, there was no show Wednesday? And Mike Taylor says, speaking of Dr. V, where is he? Again, yes, he's missed this morning. We missed him. Hopefully everything is okay. I'll have to check in with him this week and see, because it's not the same without Dr. V. Dr. Von Chiller, man. He's part of the heavily responsible group for me uh, being on YouTube. You know, him, Captain Strange-Life, and Shannon, those three right there, basically help uh, get me onto, just kind of give me little parental nudges into it. So I love it. Crazy Hungarian says, I loved the late 70s, early 80s Tarzan cartoon. Now, the late 70s one, that was the one where they had all the different, it was like the Tarzan hour. Was it Batman and Tarzan hour? Something like that, or where Tarzan, they had the Samurai 7, Moray and Manta Ray, or something like that. Manta and Moray, or something like that. They had a bunch of different cartoons as part of the show. I know I'm remembering something. So if that's what I'm thinking of, yeah, I remember that. Graphic Man says, sorry for that, Michael. I was undercover on a secret mission or asleep. I know that feeling, Graphic Man. I'm telling you. So I fell asleep. Was it yesterday afternoon? I had the computer on my stomach. I was in the recliner, and I was actually working on stuff for the show. Somewhere along the line, I must have said, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a second. Gone, gone. Next thing I know, I wake up, and Adam 12 is on, and it's like, what happened? I was watching The Rifleman. What happened to on Me TV? The Jackson Roy Kirk says, Graphic Man. I am one of us says, hello to Graphic Man. Mike Taylor says, that's okay, Micah. No apologies. Micah just noticed it. And Higgy Bobby says, the Whistling Skull is such a fun story. Yeah. I got to, Higgy just popped, Higgy just popped another video. Higgy just posted another video. I think it was last night, yesterday, and I haven't got a chance to see it yet, but I'll be checking it out later on today, my friend. So, see what's going on in the Hawk's Nest. The Jackson Moorkirk says, yeah, no worries about Wednesday Night Graphic. I recovered from the loss this morning. Oh, my goodness. Graphic Man says, not sure how a skull whistles. You put it in the wind. You need to build up a small amount of pressure, but with open eye sockets. Oops. Excuse me for thinking it through. Well, my lunchtime says, I don't particularly want to go to Disneyland, but Rico seems interested. What with all the mice and all, you know. Yeah, exactly. Gonna hang out there. He'd probably have a great time. He's a big freaking mouse. Look at him. Peppers from Mars says that Whistling Skull story was pretty fun. It recently got redone by the original creators, but minus the DC characters. Really? What did they call it? The Whistling Skull? What? I'm curious, Tempest, to know what the it got redone. Who did DC redo it, or who redid the story, and what was it called? Because I'd be interested in hunting that down. Mike Taylor says looks like a cool Superman section in that Wizard. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, uh, if you guys were around for Wizard, they did a lot of these special issues. They probably did 3 or 4 of them a year, like one a quarter or something like that. I think they did one more the Hulk. I think I got somewhere. It might be in my Hulk box or whatnot, stuff like that. They were pretty cool. I really miss Wizard magazine because I used to look to Wizard magazine for my news on comics and for stuff to do with like TV, like cartoons that might be coming out or movies that might be coming out and stuff like that. So I know you can get all that stuff today, various places on the internet and stuff like that. I just, I don't know. It just seems like more work for me. I don't know what it is. It just seems like it is more work, but I really enjoyed. I enjoyed all those magazines, the Comic Buyer's Guide, stuff like that. I mean, those they were just Comic Scene, you know, um, Comic Marketplace. even that. It was just great stuff, great reads. You could get a lot of great information from all of these things, and I miss those. I wish they would, some of them would make a comeback. So, Mike Taylor also says, very cool, Wizard Rod. Great show. Had a blast, Rod, Shannon, and fellow Peanuts. Have a great weekend and upcoming week. Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate it. You have a great week as well. Easy Comic Reader says, take care, Michael. Always good to see you, he says. There we go. Thank you so much, Easy. And Michael Taylor says, you as well, ECR. Yeah. Graphic Man says, hello to Crazy Hungarian, hello to Eric K, and hello to Easy Comic Reader. Easy Comic Reader says, hey there, Micah. And Graphic Man says, hello to Maranya. And Michael Taylor says, but you also need Thor's first, Rod. Thor's first? Thor's first what? His first rod? I'm not, you got me confused, Michael. He said, but you also need Thor's first. Have have all the Thors except for that 87 Journey into Mystery. And there's nothing about that book that's really, it's not like a super key, like a first appearance of Loki or Sith or Balder or any of that. I don't believe. It's just kind of like just kind of a generic story. But it's the only reason it's at $80 or whatever is because of the age of the book. So, but I want to get it. I want to get it. But if I'm missing something else, Michael, let me know, my friend, because I will add it to the list. Hey, Psychotronic Squirt Gun, Aaron. Hey, how you doing, Aaron? He says hello to everyone. That's right. It's uh early morning over your side of the country. So thank you so much for stopping in, saying hi. Greatly appreciate it, my friend. Easy Comic Reader says PSG. And Michael says, hey, PSG. And Lady M says, John, I believe has been adjusting his sleep schedule to sleep during the hotter parts of the day. Oh yeah, he did mention that. He did mention that somewhere. Was that on the show that he mentioned that? It must be. Him and Lady Pauline are deeply missed. Yes, they are. Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you haven't ever checked out Dr. Von Chilla's channel, definitely go there and check out some of his videos. Lately, he's been heavily into making posters of covers of comics, which is awesome. And everything, but also go back and check some of his older ones where he shows you some comics from his collection, because he used to do these comics where he would do like red covers, and then he'd show like 20 red covers from different series and stuff. Awesome stuff. A lot of fun. So definitely check him out. Higgy Pop says Dr. Von Chilla is our tip of the spear. There we go. Ah, Crazy Hungarian Lone Ranger. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Tarzan and the Lone Ranger. Oh, wow. I remember that the '60s Lone Ranger cartoon. It was kind of funky because it was weird. It was Western, but it had sometimes a weird flavor to it and stuff. Very cool. Lone Ranger. Moranya says, hey there, Aaron. How is Rakina doing today? Graphic Man says, don't worry, Rod. I saw that episode of Rifleman. He made out of that gem in one piece. All is good. Oh, well. Thank you, Micah, because I was really worried. I fell asleep, and sometimes he gets himself into some doggone trouble. Him and Mark, you know, Mark, that little runt, he'll drag him into trouble. So thank you for letting me know, man. I can take it down a notch now. Psychotronic Kurt Gun Aaron says, Maranya, she's a good kitty who's spoiled. Michael Taylor says, had a few of those experiences lately, Rod. I'm sure we all go through them. Oh. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, my arms are beginning to ache from waving my pants in the air. If you've been waving them all this time, man, you deserve to take a break. You know, drop them. That Oh, no, I don't. I don't want to say drop your pants. No, that's probably not. No. Okay, we're gonna move right along. The Jackson Roykirk Filmation's Tarzan started on its own half hour. After the first year, it was lumped into a various 1 hour, hour and a half variety shows. That's what I remember is the Batman Tarzan, and Tarzan and the Super Seven. That was the title I was trying to think of. Tarzan and the Super Seven. Tarzan and the Lone Ranger. I vaguely remembered that. I vaguely remember that, but the Tarzan and the Super Seven, are the ones I was trying to. That were the ones I was trying to think of because I had all those different different heroes cartoons and stuff, and I always liked that. I like that kind of variety type of thing where you have maybe a 7 minute cartoon. It's because it kind of reminds me of the Hanna-Barbera stuff that I grew up on 66, 67, 68. You know, Space Ghost, they'd have 2 episodes, and in the middle there'd be a Dino Boy, in the Lost Valley, type of thing. And I love that format. Birdman and the Galaxy Trio. It'd be 2 Birdmans, and in the middle there'd be a Galaxy Trio cartoon. Just I love that stuff. So thank you so much, Jackson, because that would have eaten me up. I was ready to when I left, got off the air here. I would have gone and right on my computer and look that up because that would have driven me crazy. Because I love, love, love cartoons, man. Crazy Hungarian says Lone Ranger and Tarzan hour. There you go. Yep. Yep. Thank you so much, Crazy. Appreciate that as well. The Jackson Worker says there's a volume 1 of Filmation Tarzan, but alas, no volume 2. So only one half of the episodes are available. I wonder why no 2. Whether it didn't sell well enough to warrant doing a volume 2 or not, but I really got to go through my cartoon DVD collection because I got quite a bit of that. I should bring those down and show them sometimes because I got a lot of the Hanna Barbera stuff and the Super Friends and some oddball stuff like how many of you guys out there remember Super Six? Super Six, they gave their all for Super Six. Probably, oh, there's probably a few of you that are old enough to remember that. Tempest from Mars says it was crowdfunded. There was a site called Zoop that is up on. Still called the Whistling Skull, though. I got a copy to go with the originals. Oh, cool. Oh, well, I'll have to go see if I can hunt one of those down. Thank you for that, Tempest. I appreciate that, man. I love, love, love it when I'm learning stuff. Mike Taylor says, I knew Wizard existed, never bought them, though. Yeah, I liked them when they were that magazine. I guess they changed their format a couple of times towards the end or whatever, but I really enjoyed it. I got a lot of news out of that. I scoured the news in that thing, and they always had some great articles. The one issue that I have that I wish I gave it away, but I'm hunting it down. I'm trying to was the Wizard, and I don't know what number it was, but it was the one that covered. Oh, excuse me. Hold on a second. Oh, gets dry down here, which is good for the comics. Not so good for my throat. But that was the Wizard issue that covered Alex Ross's Kingdom Come, where they tell you all about the Easter eggs. They list every Easter egg in the story, and I really loved that. I've read that thing over and over and over, just to remind myself. Oh yeah, that okay. And then I go to the books and yes, there it is right there. Type of thing. So, but I gave it away, and now I am trying to find that back, and I don't even know what issue number it is. So I've got a great task ahead of me. So, well, by lunchtime says back issue, and Alter Ego magazines are great. Yes, I didn't mention those, but absolutely they are. Let's see. What did I do with it? Here we go. I just picked this one up. Comic book creator. Wow. So whited out. There we go. So yeah, absolutely. I wish I had more money that I could spend because I get uh, the subscriptions for those because I had a subscription a couple years ago. Maybe I'll do that for Christmas. Usually, you wind up getting some Christmas money. I think I might do that with some of my Christmas money. Is set up those subscriptions again because I really like back issue. I really like comic book creator. I like alter ego. There's another one that I can't remember. I can't remember. Man, I'm telling you, I can't remember. So, but yes, absolutely, werewolf. I left those out, and I shouldn't have because they are indeed great. Michael Taylor says Journey into Mystery 83. No, no, I have that. I have Journey into Mystery 83. I do. It's a very well loved copy, but it is all there. So yeah, I was lucky enough to pick that up in the late 80s. So I do have that. So the only one I need is 87. 87. Lady M says the Lone Ranger cartoon was, I believe, a Filmation production. Their animation style was interesting sometimes. Yeah, it was. It wasn't the best, and because I mean, I think back when I think of Filmation, I think of two things. I think of the DC superheroes, from the Superman Aquaman hour where they had the Justice League, Teen Titans, Flash, Green Lantern, Hawkman, Aquaman, those cartoons. And while they're not, I don't think they were as good as Hanna Barbera's style. I still enjoyed them. I still enjoy them to this day, you know. But the other one I think of is Super President, which a lot of people haven't heard of or probably haven't seen. I have probably about 4 to 6 episodes on VHS, recorded by different people that I traded with from out of the back of Comic Book Buyer's Guide back in the day. Um, so I always enjoyed that cartoon, but it was not the same smoothness that I found in the Hanna Barbera one. Doesn't mean I like them any less. It's just a different style. So yeah, I agree with you. Interesting sometimes. Michael Taylor says, I was first introduced to Dr. V when he was part of the Dudes years ago. He would always leave early to watch Survivor. Now, see, that's probably before, that sounds like it's before I knew him. So, because I don't remember the Dudes. Uh, but I think, was he on there with Shannon? I can't remember. The Jackson Roarkirk says repetitive is the word, Maranya. Werewolf says that's true, Maranya. Repetitive is the word. The word is repetitive. Jackson Roarkirk says repetitive. I said. I said repetitive, Jackson. Don't make me repeat myself, Hobbs, says Jackson. Sorry, I'm a bit deaf, Jackson. Are you? What? Huh? Anchovies. And if you want to know, you can catch the Werewolf and Jackson show. They'll be performing 2 shows a night. Licky Pop says, Rod, I will check if I have that Kingdom Come wizard. If so, I will send it your way. Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Iggy. I really do. Yeah, it's just one of those things that, it's just, you somebody else, you gave it to, and they're enjoying it, so you're glad that they're going to get the same enjoyment out of it that you got. And then later on, it was just like, "Oh, I miss that. Oh." So, but thank you so much, Iggy. I appreciate that, man. Let me know, and I'll have a little something back for you because I've actually started. I've got a little stacks here and there for that I plan on sending out to folks when I get my act together and get my timing together. So, very cool. Thank you, Higgy. V. Jackson Rockberg says, Gesundheit, Hobbs. Lady M says it's Wizard 57 for the Alex Ross Kingdom Come issue. Yeah, there's a couple different um, Alex Ross Kingdom Come issues. Um, so I don't know which one is. I think there's like three Kingdom Come issues, and I don't know which one of those has the Easter eggs. So if that's the one that says Kingdom Come Easter eggs on it, then that is the one I'm looking for. But I know there's because I've thought I've gotten it before, and it's like, no, man, that wasn't the Easter eggs. That was it was just talking about how they come up with the story or something like that, some other aspect of the story. So but it's the one I can picture the cover with. It's a Alex Ross with them on the cover, and it says something about Easter eggs, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you, though, Maranya. I will see if I can look up that Wizard 57 and see if that is the one. Uh, absolutely. So thank you very much for that. I'll, I'll be doing that this afternoon. Hey, Roger, Metarog is here. Hey, Roger. He says, I'm late. Greetings, Rod and chat, and greetings to you, sir, and a happy belated birthday once again, sir. Great to have you with us. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Appreciate it. Oh, wow. While I got you there, do I still what did I do? Hold on, let me think. I think it's right here. I think it's right here in this thing right here. Uh, so I don't know if you got to see this, but I remember you. Hold on a second. I'm going to bring this down. I remember you on somebody's show, or might have been one of your videos, Roger, saying that you didn't think anybody else was out there collecting this. Do you remember? Do you know what I'm talking about? Because there you go. This I picked this up at my very first comic show I ever went to back in like 83 or 84. I think it was 84. And these folks were here and they were putting this out. It was like their one of their big debut type things. So I got that and I got it autographed by Steve Warren. So So you are not alone. Not only did I get this one, but let's see, I got the smaller number one there. And I believe these are all signed as well. Um, Here is Survivors number 2. And Survivors number 3. And then on top of that, they also put out the Spectrum Comics group put out The Guardian number 1. And I picked that up at the same time. And this one here, Steve Warren is signed right on the cover, right down here. So the other ones he signed, I believe, on the inside. And then on top of that, I picked up these here. Um, Starlight, one of the characters. This was my wife wanted me to pick this up for her because she liked that character. She just thought it was a cool looking character. So we got that. And then some more. Uh, Original art by Steve Warren. This one was also to my wife, which it says right there, to Tamara, the same character that she liked. So he did a drawing for her. Here's another one by Steve. And then he did one for me of this character here. Sorry for the glare. And here's another one. He wrote it to me, but this is actually for my wife because she just loved Starlight. And then this one here, which is bigger than the rest of them. I'm sorry, but man, there we go. Very nice. So, but anyway, so I've been saving that out since I saw you on there saying, "Oh, I know what he's talking about, man. I know what he's talking about." So there you go, Roger. So you are not alone, my friend, with collecting that series. So there you go. Hey, and Sleepy Reader 666. How you doing, Damien? How you doing? He says, howdy. Great to have you with us once again, sir. You guys just missed Shannon. He had to leave early because he's got a gig. Oh my gosh, it's 12:34. I got to be moving along here. But yeah, he had to leave early. He's got a couple musical gigs lined up today, so he's going to be making some money for more comics. So yeah. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, thanks, Jackson. Yeah, Snoop. Jackson says, time to go. Roger's here. Uh-oh. Werewolf by Lifetime says hi to Roger. Maranya says greetings to you, Roger and Damien. And V. Jackson Roykirk says time to stay. Sleepy's here. And Aaron says he's laughing out loud at Jackson Roykirk. Michael Taylor says, all right, I forgot that you have Journey into Mystery 83. Yes. Yep. And Easy Comic Reader says Roger and Damien. He's saying hello. And Michael says hey to Damien. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, hi, fold out bed with comic reader. Metarog says, hi, Maranya, Damien, Darren, Mike, Higgy, Aaron, Michael. It's like the Waltons. Hello. Hey, John Boy. Right? And Metarog also says, don't you have some comics to go hunting for, Jackson? And Michael Taylor says, hi, Metarog, good to see you. Sleepy Rita says, Michael, Roger, Wolf Gourmet, Jackson, Easy, Aaron, Maranya. He got them all in. There you go. The Jackson Roykirk says, ha! Later this afternoon, Roger, he just texted me and asked if we're still on. Metarog says, okay, get an early start, will you? Sleepy Reader says, is Higgy at Terrificon yet? Higgy's been in the chat. I don't know if he's on the road, but he's been in the chat. He might still be in here. The Jackson Roykirk says, not too sure there'll be older books there, but they have a ton of newer books and collected editions. So always something for somebody. Easy Comic Reader says a Werewolf and Jackson show would be awesome. There you go. I need to get together and put on a show. There you go. Just not Saturday mornings, right? Because I don't want you to take everybody with you from our show. Please don't. Psychotronic Squirt Gun Aaron, he says, kind of suspect Damien and Roger show up here at the same time. Ha ha ha. Greetings back to you guys, he says. Michael Taylor says, Rod, Shannon wasn't on the show. ETA Nick and three others forgot their names, though. Okay, I remember ETA Nick. I remember, is he still around? I can't remember if he's still around. It seems like he disappeared for a while, but I remember ETA Nick. Sure. Sleepy Rita 666. Oh, now I remember. You're going tomorrow. You're going tomorrow, Higgy. I'm still sleepy, he says. Aaron says, ECR, I would watch that show. There you go. Eric K says, Reaper Tate was on the show. Okay, and I know of Reaper Tate. I still get notifications on Reaper Tate. So, very cool. Metarog says, hi, Eric. Luther Manning, too. Miranya says, all I want from you, Rod, is the strawberry jam. Anything else is a blessing. It's coming, Miranya, but it's been so long now. I'm going to go back and get some fresh strawberry jam for you. And I've already told wife. In fact, I just told her Friday? No, Thursday that I need to go back to Calif's and pick up some fresh jam to send, you know. So it's coming. Don't give up on me, Maranya. It's coming. It's coming. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, the Werewolf in Jackson Variety Show. I can see it now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Michael Taylor says, yes. Eric K. and Metarog, them too. Eric K. says, yes, Patrick, a.k.a. Luther Manning. Easy Comic Reader, he's got a big smile on his face. Eric K. says, thanks, Roger. The Jackson Roy Kirk says, it's actually the Jackson and Werewolf Variety Show. Well, you got to get the top billing down here. Metarock says, Yahoo! Cool, Rod. I'm only missing a few issues. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I thought you'd get a kick out of that. I saw that. It was like, you're right, because I didn't think anybody else was ever collecting that. And then when you showed that, I was like, oh, wow, somebody else actually has it too. The other thing, Roger, I wanted to mention, I know you were collecting the ACG, the superhero ones, I think the same as me, with Nemesis and Magic Man. But did you get the 3 issues of John, what's his name? John Force Magic Agent yet? Those you can get really cheap. All 3 issues. I believe there's only 3 issues, and that's from AGC as well. So I thought of that, and I says I gotta get that information to Metarog, to Roger, because I'm sure he might want to get those if he doesn't have them. So uh, always glad to make other people spend money because I spend enough on my own. Well, by lunchtime says you didn't read the flimsy contract, Jackson. Metrog says, yes, the preview is tough to find. Yeah. Mike Taylor says, Duds would come on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Now, is that dudes or duds? Was that a spelling it? Duds? I'm not sure. Psychotronic Squirt Gun Aaron says, Survivors. Awesome, Ron. You showed that on our show too. Yeah, I did. It was trying to, because I was wanted to, I think Roger had already left by the time I showed it too. So it's like, I got to make sure I catch Roger at some point. And he shows up here today. Thank you, Roger, man, because it made it easy for me to show you those and share that with you. So I know he gets a kick out of it just as much as I do. Metarock says, yes, I have Guardian too. Good to see another fan of Warren. There we go. Yes, sir. Ha ha ha. Love it. Mike Taylor says, fantastic Dr. Fate art. Do, do, do. And Metarog says, thanks so much, Rod. Amazing stuff. No, thank you. Thank you. Because I'd forgotten that I even had that stuff till you showed it. And I'm like, I knew it was in one of the portfolio holders to keep it, keep all the artwork and everything from being damaged or anything like that. So it was like, oh, I got to go through it. It's like opening up Christmas again. So thank you, Roger. Sleepy Reader 666 says those are some mighty fine sketches. Yeah, Steve, he did some great work back in the day. I wonder if he's still doing anything with comics. I wonder. I am one of us says nice starlight drawings. Yes, my wife really took to that character. She loved that character. So, Psychotronic Squirt Gun Aaron says love the sketches. Yeah, it's always nice. That's about the most original art that I've gotten. I've got 2 pieces from the guys who did the turtles somewhere. I've got them somewhere. I hope I didn't lose them. Those are pretty cool too. At some point, I'll get to show those when I find them again. So, but they were from the same show that I got those from. So, Mike Taylor says, very cool, Rob. Well, thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate that. And Robert Harrison, another neighbor to the north. How you doing, Robert? Great to have you with us, sir. He says, happy trails later. Okay, Robert, we'll talk to you later. I got to find out what movies you were watching this week. So if you get a chance, check out Robert's channel, Robert Harrison 2.0. Always got some great content on there. So showing comics, listening to records, talking about movies, lots of fun. Check him out. Maranya says, happy trails to you, Robert. And Maranya says, a Werewolf and Jackson show would be for mature audiences only, for sure. Eric K says, no, Nick does not make comic videos anymore. Ah, okay. I was going to say, I remember he was a heavy presence. And then all of a sudden, a couple years ago, it seemed like he just stopped. So hope everything's okay with him. So Mike Taylor says ETA Nick no longer has a show. Like I said, I hope everything's okay with him, and it's just a choice that he made. So Sleepy Rita says ETA Nick sold off his entire collection. Oh my gosh, bought some real estate with the money and left comics YouTube. I miss the fellow. Wow. Holy, well, God bless him. God bless him. You know, hopefully it works out that way for all of us, at some point. That would be awesome. That's great. Great for him, man. Good to know. Thank you so much, Damien. Appreciate that. Mike Taylor says, right, Eric K. And Werewolf by Lunchtime says, yes, Maranya, we would need a manure audience. Batum. A manure? You mean a mature audience? Rania says, actually, the billing for that show is The Rico Show, co starring Werewolf with their special guest star Jackson, a la Jonathan Harris from Lost in Space. Nice touch, Maranya. Nice touch. And Jackson says, okay, gang, we better make room for CCC Triple C's claim sale. Have a wonderful weekend and week ahead. Thank you so much, Jackson. Yes, that's what we got to do. We got to scoot on out of here so Rob won't be too mad at me. So I know he won't be mad at me at all, but he's too nice a guy. But we want to try and get him on as soon as possible. Michael Taylor says, sorry about, I meant dudes. Okay, that's what I thought you meant. Thought you meant dudes. Maranya says, take care, Rod Shannon, Peanut Gallery, studio audience, and all of Maranya's legion of peanut pets. Stay safe, cool, and hydrated. Thank you so much, Maranya, for running herd on this group this morning. Thank you so much. And Psychotronic Squirt Gun Aaron says, great show as always, Rod. Got to run, buddy. Later, everyone. Cool beans. See you guys later. Easy Comic Reader says, y'all take care. Have a great weekend. You as well, Easy. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, see you over at Slingers, Jackson. There you go. Throwing down the gauntlet. Michael Taylor says, later, PSG. And PSG says, later, Michael. Jackson Roykert says, not today, Hobbs. Michael Taylor says, again, Rod, Shannon, and Peanut Gallery, have a great weekend and upcoming week. You as well, Michael. Take care. And Werewolf by Lunchtime, until whenever, Jackson. And Werewolf also says, also, don't forget your lines. Your lines. Jackson says, give the good boy a few pets for me, Hobbs. And by that, I mean Rico. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I will dedicate the next few pets to you, Jackson. And I am one of us says, bye. Thank you, Rod. Bye, chat. I am one of us. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning. Thank everybody for hanging out with us this morning. We greatly appreciate it as always. You guys are the show. We have so much fun with you. Love sharing the stories. Love hearing what you got to say, what's going on in your life and everything. And we talk about comics in between. So thank you all so much. We'll be back again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. I hope you guys will all join us then. Until then, everybody have a great week. Hopefully, God willing, and the creek don't rise. We'll be back again next week. So we'll see you all again. Everybody take care.